Hello students, today again we will continue with our second chapter, basic accounting terms. So today's first term is expenses. Yesterday we discussed expenditure, type of expenditure, capital expenditure, revenue expenditure and deferred revenue expenditure. Now this word is expenses. It is different from expenditure. This is the cost incurred in producing and selling the goods and services. Means this cost is related to producing of goods and services and selling of goods and services. Means all cost from converting of raw material to finished product and expenses related to selling of finished product is known as expenses. Like discount given to customers, salary paid to employees, cost of goods sold. So expenses term is different from expenditure. It includes cost of producing and selling goods and services. Next term is income. Income word is different from revenue. First of all, understand the meaning of revenue. What is revenue? Revenue means sale. In simple term, we can say revenue means sale. Amount received by way of selling of goods is called revenue. Amount received from sale of goods is called revenue. Excess of revenue over expenses is called our income simply. Means if we deduct from sale all the expenses related to generate the income, then income is coming out. For example, cost of goods sold means cost of producing goods is 3 lakh. Revenue sale of goods amount is 5 lakh. Then income would be revenue minus expenses, 5 lakh minus 3 lakh, 2 lakh. Some are confused with the word income and revenue. They think both are same. No. Income is excess of revenue over expenditure. Revenue simply means, what is the simple meaning of revenue? Sale. So sale amount is not our income. When we deduct all the expenses from sale, then income is generated. Clear? Next term is stock. The term stock means the value of those goods which are purchased for reselling and which remains unsold at the end of the accounting period. Suppose you are purchasing raw material for producing goods, and after making it final goods, then stock is remain unsold in the godowns. So that is called stock. It is of two type, opening stock and closing stock. Next term, inventory. Inventory includes 4 things. First, inventory of raw material, inventory of work in progress, inventory of finished goods and inventory of stock. This stock is included in inventory. So which one is wider concept, stock or inventory? Inventory, because this stock is included in inventory. Now what is inventory of raw material? Inventory of raw material means, for example, if you are purchasing raw cotton for your cotton mills, then it is raw material for your mill. So it is inventory of raw material. If you are purchasing if you are purchasing cotton for your mills, raw cotton, to convert them into finished goods, then it is called inventory of raw material. Now what is inventory of work in progress? It means goods in semi-finished form. Goods has not been completed in finished product, they are in semi-finished form, and such goods require further processing to convert in finished goods. Means work is going on. An inventory of finished good means these goods are ready for sale but lying unsold in our godowns. Clear? Raw material stock, inventory. Work in progress means work is not completed, it is in a semi-finished form. Inventory of finished goods means goods are ready for sale but remain unsold in our godowns. And inventory of stock means this stock. So inventory is wider than stock. Stock is included under inventory. Clear? expenses, income, stock and inventory. Next is trade receivable. Trade receivable include two terms, debtors and bill receivable. Debtors represent those persons to whom goods have been sold on credit and payment has not received till now. Example, company sold goods of 5,000 to Anil on credit, then Anil will be termed as debtor. I have told you earlier also, debtor means to whom company has sold goods on credit and payment has not received till now. So those persons will be termed as debtors from whom company has to take payment. Now what is bill receivable? It is an accounting term which is written on debtor. Bill receivable is a legal document written on debtor in which amount due from debtor is mentioned. It is a legal document and it is written by seller. When seller sells good on credit, then he writes bill receivable on his debtor, and in this paper amount is mentioned. So it's a legal document and payment is must in this document. Clear? Debtors means simple debtor, the person who has to make payment to company. But bill receivable is a legal document written by seller on buyer to make payment, to give buyer an order to make payment. Next term, trade payable. Trade payable includes two terms, creditors and bills payable. Now creditors is opposite to debtor. Debtor means a person who will make payment to company, and creditor means to whom company has to make payment for purchasing goods on credit. Creditors are those persons from whom we purchase goods on credit and payment has not been made till now. Same example, goods purchased from Mohan on credit for 1,000, then Mohan will be treated as our creditor. Creditors are the person from whom we purchase goods on credit and make payment later on. And bills payable, from seller's point of view, it's a bills receivable, and from buyer's point of view, it is bills payable. Term is different, but it is used in credit sale and purchase. When we are doing credit sale, then we write bill receivable on our debtor, and from debtor's point of view, it is bills payable because he has to make payment. Bills payable is for the person who accept bill receivable written by seller. In short, bill receivable, it is written by seller for selling goods on credit on buyer. Bill receivable who writes? Seller, and to whom? Buyer. Bills payable accepted by buyer, written by seller. And what is written in this document? Amount of bill, due date of bill, and sign of seller and buyer. Today's last term is bad debts. Bad debts means when debtors are not in position to pay off debts, then it is termed as bad debts and it is our business loss. We have to take payment from debtors. We sold goods on credit, and if debtors are not able to pay our debts, then it is termed as bad debts, means which is irrecoverable from the amount which is irrecoverable from debtors is called bad debts and it is our business loss. Clear? So learn all these terms and write in your notebooks.